Greetings, chummers. This is Drosvin here. Welcome back to Shadowrun Returns. Last time we left off, we were in the organ grinder's morgue. And the little encounter on the front had said, come into the back. Or he's in the back. I forget which one. But, yeah, we're here in organ grinders. Back in... I'm in the back. There he is. Now, this guy coming up is one of my favorite characters. The smell of death and decomposition wash over you, only slightly masked by the minty fake fresh of industrial-grade antiseptic. Mmm. Now this guy, Dresden, he is my favorite character in this game. Where I had first played through the game, I thought he was the main villain. A little bit of spoiler there, but yeah, Dresden is as awesome a guy as he seems. In more than a little eccentric, crazy kind. So, let's talk to Dresden. Hovering over the recently departed is a small dwarf whistling a tune. His broad grin says, I love my job, a little more than you'd want or expect from someone in the chop shop trade. As you approach, he looks up with a lopsided grin. There's something kindly in his eyes, though that might just be the stray reflection of chrome and surgical tools. Sorry, I didn't expect any visitors this hour. And some asshole at corporate took my receptionist. What can I do for you, sir? Are you the coroner? I'm John Dresden, the organ grinder's branch manager here. So yeah, that makes me this franchise's area's coroner too. And you are? Drosvin, I represent a man named... Oh, I forgot to read through all that before I clicked it. Behind... Told him I'm here representing Sam Watts. He frowns. Interesting. A dead man makes for a strange client, but what makes you think he's here? Sam had a locator chip embedded in his skull. I followed it here. I see. Well, you're right. He's here. Not too many people know about the murder yet, though. The press haven't caught wind of it yet. What with it being all the way out here in the Barrens. So who told you he was dead? Sam's digital ghost. When his heart stopped, I got sent a recorded message asking me to bring his killer to justice. Guess he had a hunch. The dwarf raises his eyebrows, a smile wiping the suspicion from his face. A dead man switch, eh? Fascinating. I was working on him earlier. He's over here. I just realized I was doing a voice with him. And if I can keep up the voice, I'll do that. I won't guarantee anything because I'm not good at doing accents and voices. That's why I haven't been doing accents and voices really in the previous video. But I like Dresden, so I guess I can put him a little more effort. I think, maybe. Dresden. He's my second Emerald City Ripper victim. The third one was downtown. Emerald City Ripper? He sighs. Not my title. That's what the Seattle Press insists on calling the killer. All I know is that, like the original Jack, our Ripper knows how to handle a scalpel. But this one's even more twisted. He, or she, always removes an internal organ from the victim. What prize did the Ripper take from Sam? Watt's liver was cleanly cut out. Whiz, what else? The first victim's heart was missing, and the third had the spleen removed. Dresden, get out here. McCluskey. I hate this guy. He's an asshole. Now that Dresden's in the room, I'll pilfer the medkit because, while I like Dresden, I'm a Shadowrunner and I need lots of medkits because medkits prevent you from dying. Let's look over Sam's things though. Wow. Sam's body is half covered in a sterile surgical sheet. His face an ashen white, for the first time without a smirk on it. Though I think wasn't he serious in the vid call beforehand? Either way, below the chest there's a small pencil-thin incision covered in dried blood. Beyond that, the corpse is immaculate. It would seem that the killer knew exactly what they wanted from him and took it. Next to Sam are several plastic envelopes containing the evidence found on his body. You can examine evidence through the bag without spoiling it. Now let's go down the list. Look at the business card. Moving things around, you can make out that it's a card from a place called the Seamstresses Union. There's something handwritten on the back, but blood has made it illegible. Okay. The lead, but not much of one. Look at the cred stick. It's a standard, cheap, unsecured cred stick. No way of knowing what's on it without slotting it. Now, I could take the cred stick, but I'd really... Yeah, it's money. But there's a Lone Star officer right outside, and I don't want to get in trouble over a cred stick. At least not yet. So I'll leave it in the evidence bag. Look at the purple shirt. It's Sam's shirt. Several of the buttons are missing, and blood has thoroughly soaked it. The bag sloshes a bit in your hand. Ew. Look at the handwritten note. Can I see a part of the note, given the torn off bits and bloodstains? Sam, I feel terrible that we have been long. To say I'm sorry. See you there. Love, Jessica. Okay, that's an interesting thing. And I know this is relevant later in the story. And to people who played Shadowrun Returns, please don't spoil it for those that haven't. Alright, so put down the evidence bag. McCluskey. Towering over the diminutive corner is a homicide detective right out of Central Casting. If you ignore the tusks, pointed ears, and Neanderthal brow. You can smell his cheap after-save a mile away. Yeah, McCluskey is an orc in a pretty good position, which is rare for orcs, but hey. Society's progressive, somewhat. I think. So this new Ripper Vic, Watts. Name's familiar. Did his mother kill herself a while back? The corner frowns. So he insisted at the time. He chortles. Come on, she effed herself. I know, very good authority. Now let's go, Dresden. Give me something to work with here. This Ripper case is my ticket to a lieutenant's badge. I've already posted everything I know. The killer stuns the target with a combination of drugs and magic, then removes a single internal organ while they're still alive. The perpetrator is most likely right-handed, with a slim hand that knows its way around a scalpel. Has a decent understanding of human and metahuman anatomy, too. So, I'm looking for a whacked-out surgeon? Not necessarily. I don't know any surgeons who still use scalpels anymore. These days it's all done with computer-controlled lasers. It could be anyone from a military field surgeon to an antique medicine aficionado. You're no done help, Dwarf. The Lone Star detective finally notices you. You notice superhuman powers of observation. Oh, as a quick note, Lone Star. A lot of public services in the Shadowrun universe have become privatized. This includes the police force. Lone Star is one of the more infamous police companies in the United States, or what used to be the United States. Particularly, they are based out of Texas. And they are really known for being a very brutal police force. You do not want to be on the bad side of Lone Star. Which, being a Shadowrunner means I'm automatically on the bad side of Lone Star, but you know what? I'm not going to tell Mr. Orc here that I'm a Shadowrunner. Who the hell are you? Are you the detective on the case? I was hired by Sam Watts to assist you in finding his killer. The dreck you were. You get anywhere near my investigation, it'll be you on the slab, elf. Well, F you too, buddy. He looks back at the dwarf. Dresden, get me more. I'm putting someone in a cell or a box this week and claiming my promotion. And then he just runs out of the room. Okay, let's talk to Dresden. Dresden looks amused. Do you always make friends that easily? I'm great at dinner parties, too. He got his head to one side. Be straight with me. Are you really going to work for the dead man? Sam was there when I needed him. I'm going to return the favor. Fascinating again. Detective McCluskey isn't interested in anything but Detective McCluskey. He'd convict his own mother if it meant another 10 new yen a week on his paycheck. Plus he's on the take. Dresden pauses, considering. You have honor, after a fashion. I try to honor the dead in my work, so we have that in common. What can I do to help you? On the take, who's paying to hold his leash? I don't know, but someone with Major Poole has been looking out for McCluskey's career and wallet. What was that McCluskey said about Sam's mother? The official's report is she committed suicide about a year ago. Aren't you the official in that sentence? My name's on the report, but my actual findings left some doubts. I can't say that it wasn't suicide, but there were some unusual bruises on her upper arms, and she didn't use her dominant hand to pull the trigger. I was told to drop it, so I dropped it. What are organs worth these days? A whole other body can be worth a bunch of million, but individual organs? Not as much anymore, with all the synth and cyber stuff on the market these days. Organ graders only deals in the recently deceased. There's plenty of other chop shops that aren't as picky, though, and they don't care where the bodies came from either. Who still uses scalpels? Doctors learn how to use them in their first year of med school, as do coroners, but neither profession uses them much anymore. It's possible some of the slimier chop shops still use scalpels. I suppose, but I wouldn't know where to look. Have you heard of the Seamstresses Union? It's a nearby club in the Barrens that attracts lowlifes. You'd probably like it. Me, I'm not really the outgoing type. Always too much to be done around here. Plus the dead are just easier to get along with. Yeah, they're not going to backtalk you as much. I just need to know one more thing. Where was Sam killed? Dresden looks up at you intently for a moment before speaking. You know, I might be able to do you one better. Why don't you poke around in those body lockers in the back and see if you find anything useful? Okay then. I'll go do that. Let's see, what else can I pilfer from here? More medkits. Ooh, Doc Wagon Basic Trauma Kit. Doc Wagon, that's how this game deals with res mechanics. If you fall down and if you get incapacitated and you have a Doc Wagon kit on you, it will automatically revive you. Though, if one of your teammates falls down and they don't have a Doc Wagon kit, you can use yours to revive them. In the tabletop, Doc Wagon is an emergency medical company known for going. Pretty much, if you have a heart attack or in some sort of critical condition and you have a Doc Wagon contract, a little device on your wrist or implanted into your body will alert them that you're in critical condition, and they will send out an ambulance faster than anything there that is armed, that will possibly be armed to the teeth to go and give you medical aid. And no one but idiots will attack a Doc Wagon vehicle. For one, they are heavily armed as the high-end Shadowrunners. So unless you can take down high-end Shadowrunners, they're going to mess you up. And if you happen to have a Doc Wagon contract of your own, attacking Doc Wagon nullifies your contract. So it's just a bad idea to attack Doc Wagon. Though they don't go into other companies' territory, to other companies' property without permission. So if you're in the middle of a run and you can't get out of the building, you can't rely on Doc Wagon coming to save your butt. So let's open the drawer. The cold storage drawer is labeled John Doe, but the internal thermostat is set to 21 degrees Celsius. Which, I don't know that Celsius that well, but I'm pretty certain that's considerably warmer than what a body should be set at. So let's open the drawer. The cold storage drawer opens to reveal a fully clothed body of a man, arms folded across his chest. In addition to sporting some of the brightest orange hair you've ever seen, the body seems to be in very good condition. Whoa, easy there. Now, Jake Armitage. I mentioned before that the Shadowrun Returns is based off of an old Sega Genesis game. Jake Armitage here was the main character of that Sega Genesis game. And he's kind of here as a cameo and awesome cool guy. In one quick move, he jumps from the drawer and stands before you. For someone who just woke up in a morgue locker, he seems unfazed and pretty well put together. You spot a giant drink drilled into his temples, and some shamanistic tattoos peeking above his collar. An interesting combination. Yeah, The from what from what I've read, the Sega Genesis game pulled out the stops, bent the story a little bit to get it to where Jake here could do anything, which is why he's kind of the all around awesome guy. He started out as a decker and eventually becomes a dog shaman. Though in this game, he in theory still has the decking skills, but he'll never be around anytime we need decking done. So he's effectively just a Street Sam / dog shaman. Also, the reason he's unfazed from waking up in a morgue locker is that's how you wake up in the Sega Genesis game. I'm guessing he kind of took a liking to doing that. I told you, John, to wake me up at 6 in the morning. Is it 6 yet? Doesn't feel like 6 yet. You were just sleeping in a freezer for dead people. Don't tell me you haven't considered it. Cheaper than a coffin hotel, and the service is just as good. Yeah, I imagine that would be a service that would be in the Shadowrun, a hotel that's just essentially a drawer that you can sleep in. Seems like it'd be uncomfortable. Honestly, it comes with really good pillows. He chuckles. Well, so much for a good night's sleep. On the plus side, I noticed you haven't killed me yet, so that's good. If you aren't after me, then what's your story? I'm looking into the death of Sen Watts. The coroner seems to think you can help me out. Sam, eh? Glad somebody cares. We used to drink together every now and then, over at the Union. Decent enough guy. Always in trouble over something or other, though. Jake yells towards the other side of the room. John, is this guy cool? Yeah, he's on the level. Working for Sam, believe it or not. Some sort of dead man switch. I thought you could help him out. Maybe even stop moping around in the shop all day. Thanks for volunteering me. He pauses, maybe sizing you up, but it's hard to tell behind those shades. Alright then, the name's Jake, and you are? Nice to meet you, Jake. I'm Drossman. And well mannered too. Such a rare thing in this city. Well, it sounds like you're taking a dive into the deep end here. John's right. I might be able to help you out. Oh, I was with Sam the other night, the night of the murder. Poor guy. He was hanging out at the Seamstresses Union that night. Tripped out and rowdy. I'd been laying low there for a few days after a bad run. Mrs. Kabuta asked me to throw Sam out, so I did. Went out in the alley, some gangers got the jump on me. He went this. Damn, maybe I need some soy cap after all. John, can you grab me a cup? Get your own damn cup. My hands are dirty anyway. What's wrong with it? Now, what's wrong with this intestine? You hear a loud squelch sound as Dresden continues to work. Thanks, John. You're a real pal. Anyway, there's a big fat corp bounty on my head. Like I said, my last job didn't go according to plan. Out the alley, a few Halloweeners got the jump on us. Damn gangers thought they could turn a quick profit off my head. Jake smiles and you get the impression that it didn't work out so well for the gangers. Yeah, the Halloweeners are kind of, think Joker's thugs from DC. They dress up as Halloween clown type people and spook people and do other gang stuff. You know, hurt people, extort, stuff like that. Sam stumbled off during the fight, though, and that's the last I saw of him, until he turned up here, dead on arrival. Reminds me of my last day in this place. You've done this before? It's a long story. I end up in the morgue more often than the average guy. Yeah, he does. Yeah, Jake here's a regular. Should have started a rewards card, Jake. A few more visits, you get a free night's stay. John laughs. I'll hold you to that, John. Anyway, they found Sam's body less than a block away from the Union, missing liver and all. Tell you what, you look like you can handle yourself in a fight. I could use some backup to settle a score with those Halloweeners out there. Leader's got the whole gang searching the bearings for me. I need to get rid of that asshole. In return, I'll take you to the place Sam was murdered. It's not safe to hit these streets alone at night, trust me. Jake eyes you up and down. And maybe I'll throw in some decent supplies while we're at it. What did you say? Okay. It's nice having someone you watching your back out there, assuming you can trust them. I get it. Gotta be careful in this trade. I'm not one to go back on a deal, though. John can vouch that. Plus, you know where I'm hiding out, right? Doesn't leave me a lot of room to sell you out. What do you say? Do like a bit of street justice every now and then. Alright, Jake, count me in. I could call for getting paid, but I'm already kind of on a job-ish. Great, I've been hiding out here ever since that run-in with those Halloweeners. Whiny bunch of gangers. But this rest of the Barrens is their turf. Hell, I'm surprised you even made it to this Morgan one piece without packing some heat. He goes over his shoulder. Very funny, Jake. You can sleep in the dumpster tomorrow. So you need a weapon. I think I was going pistols. Give me a pistol. Oh, a good choice as well. Here, take one. Here, take this one. So, ready for an evening out in the town? Just a minute, tell me some more about these gangers first. Well, they're one of the nastier gangs in town. Their symbol is a flaming jack-o'-lantern, but you wouldn't like their version of trick-or-treating very much. Around here, they're led by a troll named John Paul. He's got all the Halloweeners and the banners looking for me. We take him out, and maybe I can breathe a bit easier. I'm ready. I'll follow your lead. The Halloweeners aren't looking for you. Yet. You can leave whenever you're ready. Right, let's double check and make sure. Oh yeah, I have karma to spend. Spend karma. Well, let's see, I got 2 karma I can spend. And that's correct, I'm looking on pistols. Though if I got a different weapon, I still don't have the karma to spend into them. Let's see. Don't need decking at the moment, because I'm just going to go beat up gangers. I think that's all I'm going to be doing. So let's put another point into ranged combat. I can't put into pistols because you can't raise a skill above its parent skill. So I have to raise ranged combat before I can raise pistols. Alright, so confirm. There's my karma spent. Yes, I do have the gun equipped in one of my weapon slots. And somewhere I have a dad jack. Wish I had more. And I have no money on me. Wow. No, I'm not going to take the cred stick. I can get money later. You can select dialogue options during conversation using the 1 to 9 keys. Wow. Run in the Seattle sprawl and sooner or later you'll find yourself in the Redmond Barrens. Barrens doesn't like you. Take 1 part radioactive wasteland, 3 parts dog eat dog slum, add a dash of tourist trap, and you got a recipe for mean as hell. You leave the sanitized death and formaldehyde of the organ creators behind, entering the anarchy and desperation of the streets. Jake stops a moment to breathe deeply, filling his lungs with motorcycle exhaust, radioactive dust, cordite, and who knows what else. He exhales with an expression of wry contentment. The stench and grime tell him he's home. My stash is just around the corner in the alley. Fine, Jake's stash. Does the bus stop here? It looks like a bus stop. Though... I'm not sure where it would be coming from. Looking for a date? Elves are my favorite. Not tonight, sweetie. This is just a nice looking pile of trash. Oh, that's a safe. Hidden in the garbage-strewn alley is a high-tech safe with a mag card reader on the front. Open the safe with Jake's mag card. With a smooth fist, the safe opens, reveals a collection of gear that's a perfect match for your skills. You take the gear. Hand over the loot, bozos. Alright, some more combat. Why have this guy sitting right next to me? And I could just, you know, shoot him in the face. Jake, you have an air predator on you. Nice gun. Why couldn't you give me... Well, yeah, then you wouldn't have a nice gun. So, I'll shoot you. And then I'll shoot you. Move up to better cover. And shoot that guy. That was easy. Welcome to the Barrens. Guess I'll need to find a new spot to hide my gear. Good dead drops are so hard to keep. He chuckles. Well, at least they were too dumb to break my maglock. Now you've got some gear, let's go deal with those Halloweeners. Huh, a worried man. The man before you appears well-mannered but nervous. Excuse me, sir, I don't know you, but you look like someone... Look like you can handle yourself in a fight, and we need some help. What's your problem? Some things are shaking down the market we've set up here. It's been getting worse lately. I don't think we can afford to pay them anymore. But no one will stand up to them, and Lone Star isn't about to get involved. Where's this market of yours at? Just on the street, sir. Please, our livelihoods depend on this market. Alright. And Sarah. Her clothes may be dirty, but this woman's far from downtrodden. Hey, that's... Hey, not that it's my business, but I wouldn't go that way. Why? What's going on? Just some Halloweeners stirring up trouble again. She points to the south. They rode in this morning on those fancy bikes, set up camp in the old street market. They've been marching up and down the street all day, shaking down anyone that wanders past. Typical. Well, odds are those are the guys we're after. Anything else I should know about these gangers? Well, their leader's a big old troll named John Paul. Real piece of work, even for a wiener. Wiener. Yep, that's him. Jake checks his pistol. Sounds like a friend of the bunch. Are you going to be safe out here? She laughs. You think I'm dumb enough to get caught out in the open by one of those assholes? Nah, I know these streets like the back of my hand. You are bet your own skin. Thanks for that heads up. No sweat. Alright, down south is where she said they were at. Don't go to the market. Ooh, another guy to talk to. As you approach, the man sizes you up. You can see the age-old fight-or-flight equation running behind his drug-clouded eyes. Beneath the track marks on his arms, you spot a set of tattoos that indicates he is, or at least once was, a shaman. What's your story? Nothing. No story. Nothing. Just leave me alone here. Just leave me alone. I didn't see anything, I swear. Calm down, I'm Drosman. What's your name? My name is Vlad. Vlad, those are just nice tattoos. Are you a shaman? The word shaman strikes a chord. It seems to shake off some of the mental cobwebs. Yes, I'm a shaman. Thought so, Vlad. What did you see? Yes, I saw something. The other night, I saw a spirit, so dark, so alien, that... Vlad trails off and shudders. Where did you see the spirit? Just across the street from the Seamstress Union. It's gone now, Vlad. It's not going to kill you. You're safe. Thank you. I think you're right. I feel better now. More whole. Now, I think I need some sleep. Just... okay. What's that pointing at? Watch out for those gangers. There's that. Ah. Let's take care of the. I'm going to take care of this market and then end the video there before we go jump the Halloweeners. And then we can get to the Halloweeners next video. We barely have anything left. Head thug. The thug attempts to use his bulk and hideous breath to intimidate the shopkeeper. The old woman is holding firm, but you can see the thug's patience fading fast, and he looks like he'll start breaking things. Who the hell are you? Ah, see, I could use my gang etiquette right here. Hey man, I'm with you, but I saw a pig rig cruiser just a block down. I want to come back tomorrow. Drake, for real? Alright, we'll settle this later. Thanks, Chummer. Thank you for your help. They'll be back soon, though. At least you bought us some time to scrape together the rest of the money. Oh. Well, that... Yeah, if I didn't have the ganger etiquette, I'd had to have fought them. So... over 30 minutes on the recording so far, but I don't think the Halloweeners will take that long to finish off. Halloween Church. Hey, asswipes! Take another step forward and we're going to plant you right there. This is Halloweener property now. This is one of the two that got away. If I hadn't missed my shot, these idiots would have given up and moved on by now. Wait a minute. You rolling with Jake? Bad idea, Chummer. The Halloweeners are collecting that bounty. And killing you? Well, that'll be a nice bonus. Now if I kill you first, I'm going to run over here and shoot this guy. Jake, you really don't have any cover to get into. What spells do you got on you? Aim, heal, and flamethrower. I need you behind cover, though. Because standing out in the open is a bad idea. Wow, there's no good cover anywhere. I took, like, the only good piece of cover. Yeah, give myself some help. Oh, right, mage. Geek the mage! Alright, there's me. I'll go by throwing grenades. Oh, that was all my turn. Let's see. Flamethrower. And flamethrower. Oh, it missed. You know what? Just shoot this guy. Yay, he's 1 sentry down. Ugh, I've been shot. What's my health looking like? I could use some health. Actually, Jink, can you heal me from where you're at? Yes. That's not very much. And I'll just shoot this guy a couple times. Get hit by an electrical bolt. Ah, and get shot by a shotgun. I need to patch myself up. And yay, you go down. That's just a neutral guy. Okay, can get over there. And the neutrals are running. Jake, you can get into a better position, right? Probably more accurate with your gun, too. See, I'm doing a decent amount of damage to the mage. Run over here. Shoot the mage again. Ah, troll. Yeah, 2 10 damage hits. Oh, okay, that actually was a decent chunk of his health. But still, those other guys, 2 10 damage hits would have taken them down, most likely. This guy's big. Whoa, 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 uncle. Just playing with you. I'll call first Halloween, Jake. Call it even, yeah? What do you think, Jake? He's marks. Hey, I'm already at shoot it on sight status with these guys. Calling John Paul means one less wiener to shoot me in the back while I'm buying smokes. Hell, they'd be doing the same to you as soon as there's profit in on it. Alright, let's finish this. Oh, Drek. Ha! I killed him. Alright. So, I think this is a good stopping point. Dealt with the Halloweeners, and next on we'll be heading to the murder site. Trying to find out what exactly happened to Sam. Well, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video, chummers.